Amethyst has always had built-in error notifications. That's these red squigglies that show you when you've made a syntax error. Here, for example, if I hover over that, it says there's an error in the if statement. That's because I've forgotten this closing parenthesis. Well, in Amethyst 2, we've added on green squigglies, and these are for a different sort of, well, they're not so much errors, they're warnings. They're possible semantic problems. That is, the meaning of your code might not be what you intended, and the end results might not be what you're expecting. If I click the warnings tab down here, I can see the warnings all listed one after another, but I can also just hover over each one. So you can see here it says this variable has the same name as the parameter, and that could cause problems. Here, this variable is declared, but it's never used, so I've declared it as a variable by preceding it with the keyword var, but I've never used it in my code to assign any value to it. Here, a common possible error, there's an assignment in the test. Did I mean double equals to test the value rather than set the variable to the value 10? Here, over return, unreachable code detected. That's because following the return, I've tried to set the text of the text area. Well, that code can never execute because, of course, the execution breaks out of this code block as soon as it hits return. So if I try to fix that by commenting out return, you'll see now a new green squiggly appears over the function header, and that says not all code paths return a value. Because it's a function, I've declared it to return a string, but in the else block, I don't return anything. So that again is a possible error. Now there's another option that's worth looking at, Tools, Options, and in the Advanced section of ActionScript, Allow Boolean Coercion. Now currently I've got this Boolean variable up here, a bool, and I've set it to an integer value equals 1, and no error or warning has been shown. It's valid syntax. You can do that in ActionScript, but many programmers wouldn't consider that to be desirable behavior. So I'm going to unclick this, and now you can see that I've got a new green squiggly. When I hover over that, it warns me cannot coerce boolean to int. And I've also got a green squiggly over the if section. Remember, because I've got the assignment inside the parentheses instead of the test for equality, I'm actually assigning 10 to the variable, and I could evaluate that as a boolean. And so I'm getting a warning, again, cannot coerce boolean to int. So that's a short overview of some of the ways that the new green squigglies, the semantic error or warning capability built into Amethyst 2, can help you spot potential problems even when they are syntactically allowed in ActionScript. For more information on Amethyst 2, go to the SapphireSteel software website at www.sapphiresteel.com.